What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful evening. So today I went to the barber shop, get cleaned up a little bit and stuff. Like, I'm feeling myself. You have no idea. Can you notice it? Can you see? Maybe you cannot. It's too dark. I'll show you tomorrow. But I'm going to be in the streets, living my best life. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. It's a beautiful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. South Africa, I see you. Kenya, I see you. Liberia, I see you. Malawi, thank you very much. Somalia, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Ghana, you have no freedom. Uganda, Rwanda. I see you guys from the Caribbean, Jamaica, thank you very much. Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Brazil, South America, we together. Much love. Okay, so today we're going to talk about something very interesting. We're going to talk about Uganda. Please put a map because I know lots of people don't know where Uganda is. This is going to help most of us understand what we're talking about. This is Uganda. It's called the Pearl of Africa. Beautiful place, lovely people. If you don't live in Africa and you need to go see some wildlife, like some of the most happiest people, go check Uganda out.
If you have a desire, this year might be your year.
So, Uganda president denounced World Bank withdrawal of funding. So basically, Uganda is complaining now because World Bank has decided to retrieve the funding, the provision for Uganda. Let me give you context. What happened was, a few months back, Uganda voted a law. They placed a law into power, into action, a law that prohibits men marrying other men. Okay? It's not authorized in Uganda. So they made it law. And when it was passed as law, there was a lot of things that happened. The United States of America was not very happy. They stopped the funding because America used to fund up to $300 million to Uganda. So this money was supposed to be help for people living with HIV in Uganda. Because Uganda made a choice to vote into law prohibiting marriage between men and men, women and women, America decided, you know what, from now on, you're not receiving no money from us, no more, finish. But they didn't stop there. They continued. We're going to get into that. Let's see. So Uganda president denounced World Bank withdrawal of funding. World Bank is the organization that gives money to countries. Okay. Most developing countries get money from World Bank, supposedly for development. Okay. So you want to build a road from one city to the other. You can ask World Bank to borrow you some money so you can make your construction. But unfortunately, this is never for free. You have to repay the money with a lot of interest. And most people are not able to do so. So it's a trap, in other words. Let's continue. Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni on Thursday denounced the World Bank decision to suspend new funding in response to the harsh anti-LGBT and vowed to fund alternative source of credit. The country will revise its budget to absorb the move potential effect, a junior finance minister said. That the country will revise what's to do next because World Bank obviously want to play games to them. They're going to find some other alternative way to get money. World Bank said on Tuesday that the law which imposes for certain same contradict its values and that it will pause new funding until it can test a measure to prevent discrimination in projects in finance. World Bank has an existing portfolio of $5.2 billion in Uganda, though this project will not be affected. So, in other words, World Bank is not happy that Uganda made it low. So, in fact, let me put it into perspective for you. In most African countries, you can not like another person of the same kind. It's not authorized in most African countries. They don't like it. It's not it's not part of the culture. People despise it. People don't like it. Very few countries actually allow it, including South Africa. I believe Gabon as well, but most of African countries do not like that. They will not prevent you from loving each other in private. Just don't come in public and start arguing and touching and doing all that stuff. They don't like it. Are they right to do that? You tell me. Are they wrong to do that? You tell me. Do they have the right to choose the laws that are appropriate for them in their culture, in their views, in their way of being? You tell me. You must remember, fellas, Africa is not one country. Africa is 54 different countries. I know I heard somebody say, I'm coming to Africa. Yeah, Africa is very, very big. It's 54 different countries. So within 54 different countries, even though we have core very similar things, we eat very similar food. Let's talk about, there's a food that's called pap in South Africa. It's called fufu in Nigeria. It's called fufu in Ghana. It's called ugali in Kenya, ugali, posho in Uganda. So it's made of maize and stuff. It's very similar things. We all pay the dowry, meaning you don't just come and take a woman as you want. No, you don't do that. Like in America, you just like somebody, it's your girlfriend, you stay together and you stay forever. No, it doesn't work that way in Africa. In Africa, when you want a woman, your family is going to go see the woman's family. You're going to send a letter most of the time. In most places, you're going to send a letter announcing that you're coming. They're going to accept you into coming. You know what I mean? So that's the presentation. So that's the introducing. So we know each other now. Then there's the traditional marriage, the dowry. You bring gifts and stuff, cows and all other different things to the woman's family. This is your way of showing recognition, your way of showing how serious you are, your way of admiring and being grateful for the woman they're giving you. You're not buying. No. It's not purchasing. It is a sort of a praise, a sort of a acknowledgement, responsibility. And you know, when you've spent so much money to get the woman you want, chances are you're going to be serious, because you got to be serious. You brought families together. You brought resources together. It's very necessary. This is just on the bracket to show you how similar Africans are in many ways. But also you must take into consideration that people make choices according to their own countries and what suit them best. Uganda is a very Christian, at the same time Muslim country. So it's a very traditional place. Are you going to come to Uganda and try and impose how you feel about life? I don't know if that makes any sense. Now, World Bank has said, we're not going to fund you anymore because you don't do things the way we do. We're not going to give you money anymore because you don't agree with us on certain subjects. I mean, how about we just do business and we limit ourselves to business? We do business? Guess what? That's the reason why Ugandans and many other African countries are turning to China for funding. Because China comes to Africa, funds you as much as you like. As long as you pay the money you owe them, they're not going to meddle into your story. They don't care about your culture. They don't care about your tradition. Keep whatever you do for you. None of your business. As opposed to Europe and all other Western countries, in order for them to fund you for anything, for you to build a school, build a road, build a hospital, or any other thing, they're going to tell you how to run your country. They're going to tell you, no, we do not accept this. You need to align yourself with our ways of life. Now, from now on, you know what I mean? So a lot of African nations are tired of that. Again, I think everybody has the right to love whoever they want to love. And everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do. You know, cherish whoever they want to cherish. Nobody's in your heart. But should we respect people's culture? Should we respect the law? You tell me. When you go to Dubai, in Dubai, it's a beautiful place, right? But in Dubai, you cannot just hold your wife in public anyhow. You cannot just kiss your wife in public anyhow. Is that a sin? No, it's not. That's your wife. But you can't kiss her in public because that's the law in Dubai. Do we live by the law in Dubai? Yes, we do. We respect the law in Dubai. Same as Saudi Arabia. You cannot go and sleep in a hotel with your girlfriend. It's not allowed. You're going to go to jail. If you are not married, you will not sleep in the same hotel. Even if you're going to Singapore and you're going via, when the airplane stops in a place and has to go to the next place. If you're sleeping in Qatar, if you're sleeping in any of those Muslim countries, you are not sleeping with your boyfriend or girlfriend in the same room. You have to provide a marriage certificate in order for both of you to share a bedroom. That's the law. Do people obey the law? Yes, they do. So why can people respect other people's culture? When you go to India, you greet the way they greet, namaste, no issues. When you go to Saudi Arabia, you cannot shake the hand of a female if you're a male. It's not acceptable. You need to greet the way they do. When you go to any other place, Vietnam, China, you do things the way Chinese do. Why don't people impose Arab countries to change laws? You know why? Because actually Arab countries do the worst things you can possibly imagine to men that like men and women that like women. They do. Why don't they impose any sanctions to these countries? Why don't they tell them, if you don't do this, we're going to do this to you? Do you know why? Because they have petrol. They have oil. They have all the riches. They need them strategically. So it's not fair. If the law is going to be low, then let the law be for everybody. You can't choose certain law for certain people who are Africans because they have no army, no strength, no funding, no oil, and use another type of law for other people that are powerful, people that you need for your power in the world. Makes no sense. President of Uganda is very, very angry at this. He says, we don't need you. We have alternative. We can borrow money wherever we are. And on top of that, Uganda is free enough. We have agriculture. We don't need anything. We're not beggars. In fact, we are looking for ways to stop borrowing money completely from other countries. He's been very defiant. Lately, he was under a lot of pressure. And you know what he did? For nothing, for no reason, he took a flight to Russia. Yes, he just wanted to say hi. I just came to say hi. Why? Because they put him under pressure. Now, is this a good move for the Western countries? Is this a good move for America? Is this a good move for Europe? I don't know. Because now we can very slowly see a lot of African countries choosing to turn away from Europe and Western countries, trying to find help and cooperation with China and Russia. Does that help the Western countries? I don't think so. Does everybody have the right to love whoever they want? Yes, I think so. You can love whoever you want. You can do whatever you like. That's your whatever. But do you have the right to expose it to everybody? And if they, I don't know. In African countries, African communities, people don't kiss in public. Do you understand that? Your girlfriend, you don't kiss her in public. In African community, you African, please tell me if you've seen your father and your mother kiss in public. No, write it in the comment section. Say your daddy and your mommy were kissing in public, and none of that exists. In Africa, it doesn't exist. I don't know how we were born. Some families, obviously, you're going to see 6, 8, 9, 12 children, but you never see daddy and mommy kiss in public or touch each other. These people have been playing with us, man. Big time. Anyway, let me know how you feel about this. That Uganda have the rights to be Uganda and do their own things. America suspended many visas of Ugandans. Yeah. Anita Onong, who is the president of parliament in Uganda, after she signed this law into power, her visa was stopped, as well as many other Ugandans. And also the United States in Uganda, in defiance, flew very high the flag of the LGBT. Yes. The goal was to show you this is America in Uganda. The American embassy in Uganda is going to fly very high the flag so we can show you we don't give a about you. My question is this. After Uganda said we don't want this in our country, this is our law, you still fly the flag high. Is that a nice thing to do? I don't know. Can we live in community with respecting each other's way of being? I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this again. Can America do that in Qatar? No, they cannot. Can America fly the flag very high in Saudi Arabia? I don't think they can do that. But in Africa, obviously, it's just little Uganda. Very poor little whatever that is. What can they do, really? I need your comment. We need to read from you. I know you guys are very intelligent, very smart, and I'm appreciating reading you very much. If I don't cite your country, definitely, trust me, I'm going to cite it very, very soon. As much as you're coming, as much as you mentioned. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Don't leave without your comment. Did you do this? Okay, so we're going to start by doing this, if you didn't, and write your comment. I'm going to speak to you again very soon. God bless.